wrapping up our trip in Portland, Oregon on Memorial Day weekend. We ended up finding ourselves over at the Pittock Mansion. It was a rainy day, so there aren't a lot of things to do inside in the Portland area. Mostly, it's just very green and beautiful, so most people spend their time outside in nature doing like trails and looking at hikes, and then going. The zoo actually would have been fun to go to, but again, it was rainy, so we ended up over here at the Pittock Mansion. If you don't know what the Pittock Mansion is in Portland, Oregon, join the club. We didn't know what it was before we got there either, and we were pleasantly surprised to find out that it was a gorgeous place. Like I said, the grounds would have been beautiful to walk through if it wasn't raining. The house itself is obviously dated. It's a huge mansion. However, back in the day when it was built in, I believe, the 1800s, this was very modern. So the Pittocks, which is Henry and Georgina, they built this mansion, and they were kind of ahead of their time, and they were like the modernized couple of Portland, Oregon. They built this mansion, and there's a lot of things in it that other mansions at the time didn't have, so everybody thought this was just very futuristic of them. They had intercoms and phones where they could call their servants when, there weren't a lot of phones everywhere. There were electric outlets, multiple ones where, obviously currently today, some houses only have like two socket plugs. You could find rows of 6 sockets, and they had a pantry and a refrigerated area, things that, again, you wouldn't normally find, I guess, in regular mansions or even regular houses. It just wasn't something normal that everybody got. So Henry was the publisher of the Oregonian. The Oregonian to this day is still the daily paper in Portland. Kind of know that because of my job, but also knowing that because that is, it was noted there when we're walking around, and they kind of put out these little plaques where you could kind of get to know the family. This is a huge house. We were on, you come in around the first floor, which is kind of the middle. There is a basement area, and then obviously there's a second level, and it seemed like the second level was just full of just nothing but bedrooms. So you'll get to see those as well. They had closets that you'll look at, and the organization of the closets looks like something you would see today. So you're like, whatever. But if you think about it, back then, in the 1800s, 1900s, in the very beginning, again, this was unheard of. They didn't have organization like this. They didn't build things like this. So this couple was very much the trendsetters, and I guess Portland's couple of modernization. So enjoy the video. This was our last big thing that we did while we were there over Memorial Day weekend. I would say that I would probably need to go back to Portland when it isn't so rainy so I could see more things, and maybe I'll plan to do that next year. So hopefully you guys have seen the other videos. The rose tusk garden was probably my favorite next to this mansion. This was really neat as well. So again, I just want to let you go ahead and watch the rest of the video. So these last rooms with the nursery and everything are a little bit creepy. But this brings us to the end of our video. I wanted to just say it's going to get a little choppy. Because I was just taking some really quick things as I was walking down the stairs and then getting down to the ballroom, where you can see a lot of his accomplishments while he was a mountain climber. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed all the Portland videos. Talk to you later.